I'm standing in my kitchen making coffee the way I've made it for 40 years. Same kettle, same mug, same ritual. I'm 81 years old, and this morning something occurred to me that I can't shake. I've been making this coffee alone for 12 years now. My wife Sarah used to sit at that table, reading the paper, waiting for me to bring her a cup. She'd always add too much cream. I'd always tell her she was ruining perfectly good coffee. She'd laugh. I haven't heard that laugh in 12 years. My name is Robert, and I need to tell you about the biggest mistake of my life. Not because I want sympathy, not because I think I'm special, but because I see people making the same mistake every single day, and maybe if I tell you what happened, you'll do something I didn't do. You'll pay attention before it's too late. Sarah and I met when we were 23, married at 25. We had a good marriage, not perfect, but good, real. We argued about money sometimes, about my work schedule, about her mother, normal things, but we loved each other. I never doubted that. The problem was, I forgot to show it. I was a regional manager for a manufacturing company. Traveled 4 days a week, sometimes 5. I told myself I was doing it for us, building a future, providing, and I was providing. We had a nice house, 2 cars, vacations every year, everything we were supposed to want. But here's what I didn't provide: my presence. Sarah never complained. Not really. She'd say things like, "I wish you were home more," but she'd say it gently, like a suggestion, not a demand. And I'd promise to cut back next quarter, next year, when I made senior manager, when we paid off the house, always next. There was this moment, I remember it clearly. I was 58, Sarah was 56. We were having dinner, one of the rare evenings I was home. She was telling me about something her friend had said, and I was looking at my phone, checking email. And she stopped mid-sentence, just stopped. I looked up, and she was watching me with this expression I'd never seen before. Not angry, sad. She said, "Robert, do you even want to be here?" I said, "Of course I do. I'm just busy." She nodded, didn't say anything else. We finished dinner in silence. I didn't know it then, but that was the moment. That was when something in her started to go quiet. Not all at once, gradually. Like a light dimming so slowly you don't notice until the room is dark. Over the next few years, she talked less, smiled less. She still did everything, cooked, kept the house, met friends for lunch, but there was a distance. And I told myself it was just aging. People get quieter when they get older, right? At 64, I finally retired. I came home with this vision. Now we'd have time. Now I'd make up for all those years. We'd travel, have long conversations, do all the things we'd postponed. And you know what happened? We didn't know how to be together anymore. We'd lived parallel lives for so long that we'd become strangers. I didn't know her routines. She didn't know mine. We'd sit in the same room, and it felt like sitting with someone I'd just met. Except worse, because I should have known her better than anyone. I tried. I really did. I planned trips, asked questions about her day. But there was this wall, and I couldn't understand why she wouldn't let it down. Why she stayed polite but distant. Like I was a house guest she was tolerating. One night, about 6 months after I retired, I found her crying in the bedroom. I asked her what was wrong. She said, "I spent 35 years waiting for you to come home. And now that you're here, I don't know who you are." That broke something in me, because she was right. I have spent decades putting work first, thinking I was building something for us, when what she wanted was just me. Not my salary, not the house, not the vacations, just me, present and paying attention. We tried counseling. It helped a little, but you can't recover 35 years in a few months. The distance was too far, the habits too ingrained. Sarah got sick when she was 68. Pancreatic cancer. They gave her 6 months. She lived for 11. And in those 11 months, I finally showed up. I was there for every appointment, every treatment, every hard night. I held her hand. I listened. I paid attention. And you know what she said to me 2 weeks before she died? She said, "I'm glad you're here now. I just wish I hadn't taken this for you to come home." I held her when she died, right here in this house, hospice nurse in the next room, just me and her. And the last thing I said to her was, "I'm sorry." She squeezed my hand. I don't know if she heard me. That was 12 years ago. And every single morning since then, I make coffee alone. I sit at this table alone. I live in this house alone. And I think about all the evenings I came home late, all the dinners I missed, all the conversations I cut short because I was tired or distracted or busy. I think about the woman who waited for me for 35 years and what I gave her in return. What I gave her was my absence, my excuses, my promises of later. You want to know what haunts me. It's not the big things, it's the small ones. The evening she asked me to watch a movie and I said I had work to finish. The morning she wanted to talk and I said I was running late. The 100th time she reached for me and I wasn't really there. I see couples now, young ones, middle-aged ones, and I see the same patterns. One person always on their phone, always busy, always promising to be more present soon. And the other person waiting, getting quieter, the distance growing. I want to grab them by the shoulders and say, "Stop, look at the person in front of you, they won't wait forever." And when they stop waiting, you can't get that back. My son visits sometimes. He's 53 now, has his own family. He's busy like I was. Last month, I watched him check his phone while his daughter was trying to tell him about school. I saw that same look on her face, that sad, resigned look, and I said, "David, put the phone down." He looked annoyed, said, "Dad, I just need to answer this one thing." I said, "No, you don't. I promise you, whatever that is not more important than her." He put the phone down, he listened, and later, when his daughter hugged him goodbye, she held on a little longer than usual. Maybe he heard me. Maybe it made a difference. I hope so. Here's what I learned too late. The people you love don't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to make more money or achieve more things or fix all their problems. They just need you to be there, really there. Time doesn't pause because you're busy. The people you love keep aging, keep needing you. And one day, the waiting stops. Not because they stop loving you, because they get tired, or sick, or they die. I'm 81 years old. I've been alone for 12 years. And I would trade everything I have for one more evening with Sarah. One more dinner where I put my phone away and actually listened. But I don't get that chance. Time doesn't work that way. You do, though. You still have time. So tonight, put everything down. Look at the people in front of you. Be present. Be there. Because someday, sooner than you think, it will be too late.